Previously on Danganronpa.
Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Can we agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell, found at the scene of the crime?
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
In every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way. Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
That is creepy on so many levels. Holy shit.
What the heck?
So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
Well, definitely got all the ultimate students here for sure. Like I said, the Genocide Jack was supposed to be the ultimate murderer, or like you said, murderous fiend.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know either, Mondo. This murder right here, right in front of you.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko, that's a loser name, and what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
That is demonic laughter, if I've ever heard demonic laughter. Holy shit.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
I don't care how murderous she is, she's pretty poetic. That laughter though. This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack? This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you, I am the mastermind of all masterminds! Just kidding!
Then it's not true?
I hope she can at least tell us what's gonna happen, what's going on.
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid! And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
Poetic, still messed up.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone. Just kidding again!
Jesus Christ.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
No, you son of a bitch.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed.
But she revealed to him, meaning she doesn't have a motive, she already revealed it.
Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Actually, if that's the case, Byakuya, then everybody would have that clear motive. Everybody would want to murder Chihiro. At that point, we would just have process of elimination. Just because, see, she told him. That means she was perfectly okay to tell him. If she really did not want to tell him, she wouldn't have told anyone at all and actually murdered him or anybody else.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion.
I know somebody.
Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
I believe her. I know she's okay, look, I know she's a crazy psychopath, but I believe her.
Yeah, I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. What she said. I need to get some more details about all of this. Okay, let's do this. Whew. Status of the dead body, yes.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things.
Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches completely.
Nope,
No, that's wrong.
it doesn't match completely. You son of a bitch, we gotcha.
Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that.
I told you guys, I told you I was onto this. This is why I'm so anal and thorough about this stuff.
I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Some significant actually.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything. But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
Hey, ragu is actually pretty delicious. Don't be bashing on ragu.
This is no creation of mine.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the neck and stomach. Here you'll see a clear difference. The style of victim's fatal injury, that's what it is.
For one, the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right. In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking?
So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
That's right. The second difference is related to how she was suspended. In the photo in the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here you will see a clear she was suspended, body was posed. What was used to suspend her?
Got it!
Yes, we got it.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
Not just any kind of rope.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
We got him. We got him. We busted him.
And guess what? I use my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use. And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
There's three?
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
There is?
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case.
They're all male! I just realized they're all male!
There's a pattern there, just waiting to be discovered.
A pattern?
Figure that out, and it'll be plain as death why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
She was kind of lolly, I guess she was right. Let me see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victim and Chihiro didn't fit in. You look at the names of every victim. What you notice is... think I figured out because Chihiro was a lover, friend, girl.
I got it! Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Bingo! Bullseye! Right on the money!
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken Harada, 32, Tetsuhiro Honda, 17, Shoji Gakko, 23, Kano Issei, 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. All male. Konatsuma Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Naohia, Takeshi Masamue, Yuto Yumijina. There's no end to it.
They were all guys?
Yep.
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
The hell is wrong with you?
Many things, Mondo. Many things.
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl! And the mopey side of me just hates it!
Wow.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely. When you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Damn.
Lowly? Cur?
Damn. Byakuya just got called out by the freaking murderer.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
True.
That does make some amount of sense.
He does.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class envy of the entire world scissors!
She does make custom scissors.
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Are you sure about that?
Are there?
Da-da-da-da!
She has scissors on her. Oh god. That is terrifying. Everybody run for your life.
She's fully equipped.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you? Gutter dogs, all of you!
Why did she keep the scissors, by the way? I'm not gonna question that. Just in case.
Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
As odd as it is, Taka, she is pretty innocent.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Police, the higher-ups, and whoever's seen the file.
Yeah! That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
It is a copycat killer, definitely, Asahino. We can prove you that. Actually, hold on. There is one person. One person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Yes! Oh, we're getting to the good juicy parts. It was Byakuya.
Here's my answer.
We got him.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records.
Because his family, as odd as it is part of the Illuminati.
Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
And he's not saying anything, you son of a bitch. He's not saying a single thing.
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
He's not saying anything.
Then, the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look like I put my stamp on it! The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Genocide Jack got the hots for Byakuya. Genocide Jill got the hots for Byakuya. Okay.
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me. Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, The way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
He didn't want to partner up with Makoto. In the locker rooms. That was suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious? It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right? But since you're a guy...
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
There was a clear contradiction in what Byakuya just said. I need to make it clear to everyone. A new element has been added to the non-sub debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. Next, we're going to add something called a truth flashback. If you aim at a weak spot and hold down the Y button, then you memorize the weak spot. This memorized phase can only be shot once as a single truth bullet. If you shoot or change the truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cylinder. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. If you don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets, it might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use it to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? In this case, though, I will say that if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm totally tense right now. Jesus Christ, okay, make your argument. Monokuma file number 2, okay.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it!
Only you
That's
for me.
a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions. What's so strange about that?
I wish you'd taken me with you.
Hearing Byakuya's comments about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there. She wasn't killed in the girls' locker room! Wait. Hearing Byakuya's comment about Chihiro being a girl, I realized there's a clear contradiction there. Because it doesn't make sense how he could have known before we didn't find out. Okay, I need to make the contradiction clear.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Yes.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless distractions.
He didn't... how would he know the victim was... How would he know the victim was Chihiro?
taking me with you.
That's probably what it is. That's clear... yes, that's clearly... that was it right there.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we
No, it's
found
not.
the body.
Come on, Makoto, don't scare me like that. Make me think something's weird is going on.
Shoot!
I need to think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction there somewhere.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
We probably have to shoot
You're
this.
presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room.
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
The victim
Let's
was
try this.
Chihiro, who...
There we go.
That's wrong.
How would he know that it was the victim was Chihiro immediately? How would he know that?
I'll tell you what's so strange about that.
Go and tell him, Makoto. Tell him, buddy.
Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit.
We got him.
Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead. Show us.
We got the cable, the cord. What's with Byakuya's attitude? It's like he doesn't even care. I've got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There must be.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Kyoko got our back. I'm not even kidding you. She is best girl for these cases. Oh my god, Kyoko, thank you.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between the case and the other Genocide Jack murder. The evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? The extension cord, that's what it is. Make your argument. Library desk lamp, yes.
What? The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope before in my life.
Nope, that is lie.
No, that's wrong.
We got him.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say, that extension cord?
What? An extension cord?
We got him.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you?
You can see that bottom right there, the extension cord. Yeah, that's the cord he used.
And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder.
See? It's kind of hard to tell, but yeah, it's missing.
And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
And Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message. I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Yep.
Is that about right?
Don't fault it, he did it. He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. And if he's not even as if he's not even involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still, there's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime. Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Chihiro's body was definitely found in the girls' locker room. But does that mean... Can I really just accept what Byakuya said as truth? No, she was killed in the boys' locker room, right? Is that what we're referring to? Next time on DanganRonpa.
She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So,
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Sam Rio. Welcome to Hello, what have we got here? Hello ladies, how's it going? Breasts as a treasure thing. kind of want to say you could dress better.